Hey YouTube, good to see everybody. Welcome to Grandpa's Corner Monday vlog. I appreciate you coming. Thank you for all of my subscribers, all of my followers on Twitter and Google and Facebook and all the goodies and everything like that. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I wish I could put you all in one video for me that I do, but unfortunately there's quite a few and that would take a very long time. So no disrespect, but no bueno. All I can say is thank you so much for being a subscriber or a follower or putting me in your circle on Google and all that stuff like that. I greatly do appreciate it. Please do like, share, subscribe, and any live stream that I should ever be able to accomplish. If you come in from Twitter, much like Tyven Show, Hike the Gamer, any of those others that you frequent, please do, if you follow in from Twitter or something like that, please do retweet and favorite. It helps out also. I checked the numbers before I started the vlog. I'm at 928 subscribers right now. Doesn't sound like a very big number to a lot of the others that are YouTubers, like Hike the Gamer, Typical Gamer, the Tyven Show, people like that. You know, the Tyven Show is just moving tremendously quick, and that's an absolutely awesome thing. Especially for Tyven. I started out with Hike in his first crew. Participated in quite a few of the activities there within the crew. I was in several of the live streams doing different things. That's where I also met Mickey Mike 300, and that's where I met Tyven. Now, where I made the transition from Hike the Gamer to Tyven was because after many conversations with Tyven, I found out that we had so much stuff in common. It was pathetic. We're both pretty close to the same age. Both had our own profession doing the same thing, driving a truck. Now, when I was 16, I believe it was 15 or 16. Let me see. I was 12. I started doing the paper route, and I did that until I could buy my first automobile at the age of 14. And then I was a toy maker. When I turned 16, I was still in high school. I would go to work at night making toys, and some of you may remember these from back in the 70s. The one toy that we did that was very popular, two different ones, but one was called the inchworm, and it was a great big giant green inchworm with a saddle on it and everything, and the handles. Had the wheels on the bottom of it, and the more you bounced on it, the further and faster it would go. You know, it's a pretty cool toy, and I'm glad to have been a part of that in my extreme youth. And also another one, I don't know what they call it today, but it's just this big round piece with wheels on it, and it pops, and it's got little balls and stuff on the inside. Now today, if you find them, they've also got eyes that move up and down. It's got the big long handle, and as you push it, it pops, you know, and the eyes move up and down with it. Couldn't tell you what they call it nowadays, the popper or whatever it is. Used to make those too. Also used to make dolls, the bottles, and all kinds of wonderful things like that for guys to be doing. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I grew up on a 3,800 acre farm, and I got my first driving experience with a stick shift at the age of 9. And from the age of 12 until current, I've known how to drive dump trucks. I've known how to drive bulldozers, diesels, big rigs, foreign, domestic, I don't care what it is. You know, if it has an engine and it operates, other than an army tank, and I'd still like to get into one of them. But pretty much, and I'm not trying to boast, I apologize if it seems that way, but pretty much if it has wheels and is capable of moving under its own power, I can probably drive it. From forklifts to, like I said, dump trucks, big earth movers, everything like that. Big giant dump trucks, you know, they look like the little Tonka trucks that we would get back in the 70s. The great big giant trucks that a standard issue dump truck today, you could get 3 or 4 of them in the back of one of these dump trucks at the rock quarries and stuff like that. But anyway, enough about me. Nobody really gives a hoot. I started driving when I was able to get my license. Very first thing I wanted to do is go straight into a chauffeur's license. Now the only thing I could do at the age that I was when I got my license would be like Class E. I couldn't go Class A because of the hazmat and different things like that. But I did get a chauffeur's license, if you will. The very first license out. I studied and I studied and I studied and I studied. In fact, I studied so much on getting my chauffeur's license, if you will, so much on that I neglected my school duties and ended up flunking a few tests in it. But it was worth it to me because you lived raised on a farm and driving, pulling, hauling grain or cattle or just whatever. In a lot of cases, even the manure, hauling, bucking hay and stuff like that. Growing up, pretty much every farm animal that you could think of, be it a goat or sheep or horses or pigs or chickens or whatever, including llamas, which I've never found the reason to have them. But anyway, we had it on the farm. We had well over 500 head of cattle. There was probably every bit of 150 chickens, about 65 hogs, 300 head of sheep, 24 horses. It was a farm, and the farm that I was raised on, we produced for some of the local country stores. Corn, tomato, green beans, cabbage, cucumbers, pumpkins, and watermelon, all the strawberries, all that type of stuff like that. And I really enjoyed my childhood. I really enjoy the most of my adulthood. The best thing that has ever happened to me is the wife I have. We just celebrated 21 years, March the 26th. Love her just as much today, if not more, than when we first got together. Two glorious, absolutely wonderful girls that I'm extremely proud of. They do a few things that I'm not so thrilled with, but I'm still as far as their life goes and everything. I'm relatively pleased. I'm a grandpa. Her name is Sierra, a little girl. She's just over a year old. She still holds on to things, but she's walking up on her own 2 feet and everything. She's doing really, really well. So kudos to her. Papa loves you. I started with Hike the Gamer, and I think I mentioned this a while ago, or maybe it was my second or third attempt at trying to do this vlog. But I started with Hike the Gamer early on. I was scrolling through YouTube and I come across Hike the Gamer and I watched one of his videos and I thought, oh man, this guy's cool. And when I started with Hike the Gamer, to see the leap that he has made so far, when I was first joined in with Hike the Gamer had like 56,000, which was a pretty decent number then. No, it was 26,000. Is what it was. Yeah, 26,000 plus subscribers. And to watch and see where he's at now just blows my mind. I started way late doing live streaming and stuff myself, and I've got the equipment to do what I have to do as far as live streaming. My biggest problem is my internet. Even though first 3 or 4 months I started live streaming, everything was cool, and it's like they found out I was using up so much bandwidth, so I've been cut back or whatever they're doing, throttling me back, as some have mentioned it, which kind of pisses me off. I should be able to use what I pay for, and I explained to them the whole purpose of me getting their internet was, or their services, was to YouTube videos and stuff, So that's kind of irritating. Now, normally on a Monday vlog like this, even a Wednesday or a Friday, but I talk about mostly what happened over the weekend and who's done what with the Tyven show. I met Tyven through Hike, and after several conversations, me and Tyven discovered that we had a whole lot of things in common. He's an old country boy. I'm an old country boy. He just retired services himself, driving an 18-wheeler, and I retired driving an 18-wheeler due to years served as opposed to age. I was 27 years. I drove a big rig. And he just recently retired. I don't know his years driving, but he just recently retired. He also had to have back surgery, which I have problems with, the same type of problems. Lower part of my back, I have 2 degenerative discs in the lower part of my back, and it makes it very difficult for me at times. But at any rate, when I started my live streaming, I only wanted to do vlogs, like what you're looking at now. But my problem is I'm a perfectionist a little bit. And I would do, like, the video that you're looking at now is my, like, 7th attempt at doing this very video. Because I wouldn't like something that I said, or I missed somebody, or something like that, so I'd delete it, start plumb over. And I don't want to get into an extremely large amount of time, like I did on my last attempt, which was 22 minutes. So at any rate, we're at 10 minutes and something right now. Almost 11 minutes. So let's get to the gaming. I joined in with Tyven Show, and I did a lot of live streams, and I would still be very happy doing more and more live streams with Tyven. And Tyven is growing pretty fast himself, and that's a great thing. Like we say over and over and over again, sometimes you think it's like we're a broken record, and I apologize for that, but we all like, share, subscribe, do that right here for Grandpa's Corner. On YouTube, I am the Minion Plays. Grand Theft Auto, I'm the Minion 70, as well as on Twitter and Google and stuff like that. I do have a Facebook account, but I do not participate with Facebook, and maybe I shouldn't air this, but I'll give you the reason why. I found out recently that, well, I say recently, it's been about almost a year now, but I found out what Facebook is doing. And I just, personally, I'm not trying to detour anybody, but the information that I found out and know it to be true, I'll give you a small hint, an example. I'm not going to dive into it because Lord knows I don't want a lawsuit or nothing crazy, but when you're having a conversation, a little message box pops up and you're talking to Tom, Dick, Harry, whoever, whatever. I don't know if you know this or not. A lot of people do, some may not, but you can put your mouse over their name in the conversation and it'll tell you where they live. I personally do not approve of that at all. And I've also, other news that I let me try to forget about that. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to create trouble for myself. But very, very discouraged with the Facebook thing, knowing what they're doing government-wise and stuff like that. So I apologize to you, even though I do have the account. If you want to be a friend with me on Facebook or something, I'll never know it because I flat refuse to deal with their methods. So I apologize. But anyway, as far as Google, joining people circles and stuff like that, I get that quite often. Twitter, the Minion 70, you can follow me there. You can follow me right here on YouTube, the Minion Plays. And I do play quite often. I have stayed behind, not insulting or trying to be wrong about anybody or anything, but I have stayed behind on the PlayStation 3 because there are a few key members that are in my crew, the Demented Monkeys, that cannot financially at this time make the leap to the 4, which I wish I could already be on the 4. And I don't mean that insulting, but because they can't make the jump, I've stayed, and I have agreed to stay on when I do a live stream, to stay on the 3 because they haven't been able to make that jump yet, and I don't want to leave them behind if I can avoid it. But I also put in a stipulation that I would live stream the 3 until I hit level 200. Now, once I hit level 200, I'm not going to stop playing on the 3, but I will no longer live stream on the 3. All my live streams will be on the 4 from that point on. And we have that functioning now. The biggest problem, as stated before, is internet. At any rate, Tyven did do some all-nighters. That's where I was going. I joined up with Tyven in Team Tyven, the original. Now there's 3 or 4. But anyway, on the original, and right now I operate Team Tyven and Team Tyven 2. Smoker 420 originally is the one that was running Team Tyven 2, but he's in school or whatever the case may be. It's none of my business. I don't care. But I was asked to cover until other arrangements can be made. I'm happy to do so. I check it 5, 6, 7 times a day. My own crew, Agent Rob 47, his crew, and Team Tyven 2. Now you can also check out Team Tyven X-Bone, which is for the Xbox, and that's Hell's Regret that operates that one. So you can contact, if you play on the Xbox, you can contact them and get in there as well. Tasmaniacs and Steelers fan have united, and they do live streaming in the morning. Unfortunately for me, I'm not a morning person, and I apologize again. There's a lot of activities and races and stuff that I really thoroughly enjoy from watching their videos that they've done, and there's only been 1 or 2 occasions that since they started that I've been able to be a part of the comments for a brief moment. As many of you know, I also moderate for Tyven Show, and whoever else may ask, but mainly for the Tyven Show. And when I'm moderating, I'm focused more on the comments and everything that's going on than the live stream itself. So when I'm moderating in the comments for Tyven, I don't watch the stream to see what's happening on the stream. I'm in the comments. Now, if I have to get up and go to the bathroom or something like that, and then something slips by where somebody was cussing or something like that, I that's not my fault. Get up, have to get, go get me a drink or go to the bathroom, whatever the case may be. Got that out. Looked pretty good. Thought I'd have some. Anyway. Also, Daron 1981 and Wall of Sleep. They do some Minecraft. They do some other videos as well. I believe Black Ops 2 or something like that they've been. That they was doing, and they got some really nice activities going on too. So if you want, you can jump right on over, like, share, subscribe with them, along with the Tyven Show, Agent Rob 47, Max Torque 87, Tasmaniac, Steelers fan. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Oh, Nativity Plays. You can also check him out. He does some videos on YouTube and everything as well too. I like to get more in depth later on, not now because I got too many things happening, and I can't seem to, until Rockstar fixes the issue, I can't seem to get in a lobby with anybody. It's like I'm in trouble and I have to stand in the corner. But at any rate, I hope you had an absolutely glorious weekend, Easter Sunday, and whatever as far as the eggs and barbecue, stuff like that. I think I mentioned it earlier, we don't participate anymore. Our girls are grown and gone. We're grandma and grandpa now, so love you, Sierra. But anyway, yeah, I hope you had an absolutely glorious weekend. A great rumble in the belly, and some good barbecue, corn on the cob, whatever you had. Hope it was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely gorgeous here. The sun's been shining. It's been in the 80s and hitting closer and closer to 90s. There's a pool going right now, a bedding pool, on what day is the first day it hits 100 degrees here in Arizona. And I'm thinking very seriously about getting in on that because it has grown quite rapid, and a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon. But anyway, I made the deal that I was going to stay on the 3, like I said, until I hit level 200 on Grand Theft Auto, and then I would stick live streaming only on the 4. We're getting really close to our giveaway. All you have to do is be in the comments on the day that takes place. I'll step into my garage, show off all the automobiles that's in that garage, come back out, ask one question about one vehicle in that garage. Very first person in the comments that types in the answer and gets it correctly will be the winner. And I have 5-6 different games here for the PlayStation 3 from my own personal collection. I'll show each and every one of them, and then you tell me which one you want, and I'll mail that right on out to you. So congratulations to whoever you may be well in advance. Looking forward to that. Like I said, I checked just before I started, and I was at 928. So we're getting pretty close. Moving a little slow, and I understand why and everything like that for the most of it and everything. But at any rate, have an absolutely glorious day, and I will catch you on the flip side.